Hello students, welcome to CA session. Students, today we will continue the same chapter HTML. So now students, we will discuss about the forms. In HTML we can insert forms. You might have seen like while creating account in the Facebook or when you log in into the Facebook, or you want to create a new account in Gmail, or you want to log in into the Gmail. You might have seen that a form appears in which you have to fill the details. On various websites also, like filling online forms, registration forms, login forms, etc. You will be able to find forms in which you have to fill some data and then website used to collect those data. So the creating forms means forms are actually means a way to collect the information or data from visitors, from the site visitors. Site means website. If someone is visiting a website and then he used to fill forms, that means website is collecting, means forms are collecting data from the visitors. So how it can be done? It can be done with the help of controls. So controls are some special markups, or we can also call elements. These elements can be checkboxes, radio buttons, text areas, okay, text field, okay, these are text fields. This is also text field, radio button, checkboxes, text area, buttons. Okay, so this is a simple form example I have given you. So these special markups, the tags which we are using to make these input types, these are controls. Okay, these are known as controls. So here this is a simple form, students, in which in text field we can enter first name, in this text field we can enter last name, in this text field we can enter email. These are radio buttons. Radio buttons are used to mark, means check only one choice. Okay. Then hobbies. There can be multiple hobbies. So when we have multiple choices, then we can use check boxes. So we can choose multiple check boxes at a time. Then comment. Comment we can enter in a text area. Here text field you can see it is a single line field, and this is multi-line area. Okay, in this we can enter more than one lines of text. Now these are two buttons. Send button to submit the form, reset button to clear the fields. So now students, we will study about various control types. I have already shown you the example of all these controls. So here first of all we will discuss about buttons. Okay, so buttons you might have seen on the forms. While filling the forms you might have seen OK button comes, cancel button, submit button, reset button, clear button, login button. Okay, so all these buttons are there. These are push buttons when we used to click on it. So there are three types of buttons that we can use in forms. First is submit button. Submit will submit the form. Either it will be submitted to the same page or will be submitted to the next page. Then reset. Reset will clear all the controls. Like if we have filled the form and we don't want it, then we can click on reset and the whole form will be cleared. Then push button. In push button we can associate client side script. Okay, client side script means we can write our own code on the click or on release or on mouse over, etc. Now check boxes. Check boxes are like on off switch. Both radio buttons and check boxes are like on off switch. Okay, like if it is on, that means it is checked. So here check boxes allows us to select several values. We have so many options and we have so many choices to be selected. At that time we will use check boxes. But in radio button it is similar to check box, except one at a time can be selected. In radio button we can select any one at a time. Now menus. You might have seen menus like while selecting cities or state or country. Then a drop down appears, a menu appears. When we click on the arrow, a drop down appears. There are list of cities or states and we have to select any one state or a city. So at that time we can use select and option tags. Okay, select option is used to start the menu, and various list items inside the select will be written in option tags. Okay, every city will be written in option. Now password. Password field, you are very much familiar. It is like text field only. Here we can enter single line text, but the text will be hidden. Okay. Either you will be able to see the disk means dots on in place of the text, or you will be able to see asterisk symbol in place of the text. Now text input. Text input allow you to enter the single line text. Okay, there will be a text box in which you can enter a text in single line. Okay, so if you have to enter the multi-line text, then you will use text area. So now students, as we discussed about forms, that it is used to collect data from the users. Now we will learn to add the form. Okay, so this is the code that we have to write in the notepad so that we will be able to see the form. So students, you have to write form tag first. This is the action attribute. I will explain you attributes later on. So action attribute, then its value. Then again second attribute of form tag, this is method. In this I have mentioned a value post. Okay, and after that you have to write these input tags inside it and you have to close the form. So now students, we will learn the attributes. There are 4 attributes of form tag that we can use in form tag. Now, first attribute is name. As the name suggests, it is used to give the name of the form. Okay, so here we will write form name equals to any name you can give according to your requirement. What is there? What is the topic of your web page? Now action. In action, we can specify the URL. URL means its full form is Uniform Resource Locator. It is actually the unique address for any website. It can be a website, it can be a web page, and in place of URL you can also mention the mail address. Okay, so what will action do? Action will take the form data. Okay, the controls that we have kept like text boxes, passwords, email addresses, then hobbies, etc. Whatever we have to send it to other page, that URL we will mention. Okay, means the data that we have to send on the other page. So we have to mention the address of the page over here. It can be HTML file. It can be any website, or here you can specify mail address also. You can see I have specified mail here. So if we have to specify the mail, then you have to write here mail to and then colon. Okay, in place of xyz@gmail.com, you can specify any mail address. Now what will happen when we will submit the form? The data will be sent to the mail address. Okay, if we specify any website address over here or a web page address, then the data will be sent to that specific web page. Now the method. Method means it is used to upload the data. Okay, like here in method we have written post, but we have 3 options here. With the help of method, the data can be sent from one page to another. Okay, now on which page it will be sent? It will be sent to the page that we have mentioned here in the action. So in method, if we are writing get, that means the data will be sent with the URL. Okay, when you will click on submit button, you will be able to see data in the URL. URL means it is there in the address bar. Okay, in the complete address of the website, you will be able to see the concatenated data with it. Okay, data will be there in the URL and you will be able to see that what is to be sent in the next page. Now, post. If you are writing method post over here, then you will be able to send information in HTTP environment. Okay, means in this, actually post is secured one, because nobody will be able to know that what data is transferred on the other page. Okay, so data will be sent to HTTP environment, means to the controls over there in the web page, means the data will be received by the web page, but you will not be able to see it in the URL. Now form. If we are mentioning form over here in the method, okay, if we write method form, then what will happen? It is used to open new form to get the data. Okay, the new form will be opened where the data will be received. Now target. After method, we can also write the target. Okay, like if you want to open the blank page, means a new page. Okay, so first of all, there are 3 values. In 3 values, there is blank. Blank page will open the blank page. That means the data will be sent to the blank page. Now self means data will be sent to the same page. and the parent means the data will be sent to the previous page. Okay, so these three values we can specify in the target attribute. Now students, these are different types of controls. I have given you examples of text boxes, passwords and email addresses, then radio buttons, check boxes, etc. Now how we can put those text fields, password fields or email field or text area or a select box, etc. in the form. These are some controls. Like if we write input type text, we will be able to see this text box in the form. Okay, then password, if we write this, then the password will be hidden. Okay, if we type something in it, we will be able to see something like this. Then input type radio. Okay, radio buttons will be displayed. Okay, if we write checked over here, then it will be checked. Otherwise, it will be simply radio button like this. Input type checkbox. That means this will be inserted in your form. Input type button means button will be inserted. Okay, and reset. Reset button will be inserted. Okay, here you have to mention the name also. Then input type submit. A submit button will be there. I have already told the uses of these. Button is used to simply show the button in the web page, and when we want, then we can add client side script with this button. Like on click we can generate some code, then on release or on hover, etc. We can add code to it. Now reset, I have already told you to clear the form. Then submit. Submit is to submit the form. Data will be sent to the next page. Input type hidden, this is hidden field. Okay, a secret field. Like if we have received, if other page has received the password in the hidden field, then it can be done. Because password you know very well, we have to keep it secret. So we cannot bring the password in the text box. So it is the best way to receive the password in the hidden field. Okay, so for that we will use input type hidden. It will not be seen in the web browser. It is just to store the data temporarily on the web page. Now select. Select, I have told you that we can make a drop down like this. Okay. So if I have written here in the option select country, then select country means first option will be written over here. And when we click on this drop down, then we will be able to see two more options. Okay. America and India. And then we can choose any country. Okay, so this way we can prepare list of countries in it using options. Now text area. Text area I have already discussed with you. It is a multi-line text box. Okay. An input field will be there. It will be multi-line. You will be able to enter multi-line text inside it. Students, I hope you understood this chapter. This chapter is over. Soon I will be uploading question and answers. Do it and please do practicals also. Thank you. Have a nice day.